President of the ONYXCON Foundation, live again, live again, live again. 3 times I'm gonna lose my feet. I thought I was gonna just be able to pick it up and keep it going last one, but it shut down, so it is what it is. I'm here trying to keep my phone charged right now. For some reason, my phone ain't wanting to keep them charged, man. I got to. Anybody else notice that when your phone gets older, it don't want to hold a charge? Like, damn, what is that about? The phone ain't even that old, man. Anything past 2, 3 years, it just starts acting up. If you actually use your phone, like I do. Like, I mean, everybody uses their phone all the time, but I'm talking about for more than just scrolling and taking calls. I'm talking about you edit on it, you take pictures galore. I mean, most people do that, but I'm saying videos. Like you're a content creator. If you're a content creator, you understand what I'm saying. It's a different level of phone usage, and I think it, And then on top of it, I do courier work, so it's like you're constantly looking at the phone for orders. You're getting stuff. You're unplugging it, plugging it, unplugging it, plugging it, unplugging it, plugging it, unplugging it, plugging it all day. I'm talking about all day. This thing is going off and on a charge, and I think they don't make these things for what they're made to be. Like, this is what we're supposed to be able to do with it. We ought to be able to use the damn thing anyway. We need to use it, not it tell us what it. Every week I can't. What do you mean you ain't got no power? What do you mean you in the red zone? You running out of power? How? I got you plugged up. You're supposed to be the fastest charging thing in the world, and all this other mess y'all sell us about these invincible bullshit phones. Stop the nonsense. I even got it hooked up to my trusty little. I got one. I got 2 of these. Just got this not too long ago. One of these solar chargers. Now let me tell you something about that real quick too. You talking about some hype? These things are the slowest. Okay. This one, ironically, I got a bigger one that charges slower than this one. How you bigger and more advanced? More, it's heavy. It's built like I know if I was gonna throw one against a rock and know it won't shatter, I'd throw the other one. But this one that would break apart will charge your phone, or it seems like it will, charge your phone a little faster sometimes, in my experience, than the other one. You plug it in and it's taking forever. You look back, you ain't got one number up. It's like, what the hell is going on with this damn phone? Like, you know? And you know what? That just reminded me, I need to put it on low power mode so I can make it do it faster. Hold on. Alright, that should help what I just did. That should help. What I just did should help. This thing, you don't know. Here's a little tip. It's something that most people know, but you never know. People at different stages in their journey, they may not have known this, but you always want to. I can't tell you how to do it on no other phone but an iPhone, but you pull to the side where you can see how many apps are open, and you want to close all them apps that are open, other than the one you're using. And you want to put your phone on low battery mode so it can slowly but surely recharge faster. That's the only thing I know to do to get it to act right when it don't want to charge. And it's like, it seems like no matter how long you leave it plugged in, you come back 5 minutes later, it ain't got no more, it ain't went up. It's still at the same number. Or worse, it's getting low. Like, how are you plugged up and you getting lower? Now, wait a minute. Well, the reason is, I found, at least I think this is what it is, if you got too many apps open, you got to close them damn apps. Don't have that stuff running in the background. And when you do the low power mode, it's supposed to make all that stuff not pull on the battery as much anyway, even if it is open, but just close it and it should help. Should. Like, as I'm speaking to y'all, I'm looking at my battery hoping to see it go up. Because it's hooked up, and I don't know why it ain't. Hold on, let me see. Because this is some goofiness for real today. I don't like this, man. I don't like this. This ain't how we move. This is not how we do it. And this little cord I got around Christmas time, it's got like, I don't know if y'all can see it because it's daylight, but it glows. Let me see if I can put it in the dark where you can see. You can't really see, but it has like little glowing whatever. It looked cool in the Christmas time. Now it's getting on my nerves because it don't really charge fast. I think it's the cord too. Like, okay, it did connect, but it ain't raising no hell on the charge, man. I'm like, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do, people? I'll tell you what we can do. We're gonna keep going. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep going until we get to that 3,000 subscribers. and we get this channel monetized. That's what we're gonna do. And then we'll have another goal to get. And then we have another goal. It's always a learning curve. It's always another level. Always another level. And I can feel myself leveling up. Even though it's slow growth, I feel it. I feel it happening. Every time I post on here every day, I see the numbers. I see y'all reacting to the shorts like never before. Like it used to be a time where, I could put up 5 shorts of interesting multi-niche content like we do, hit all the topics, all the different interest groups. I do something for the sneakerheads, I do something for the comic book heads, I do something for the moviegoers, I do something for my music people, I do something, and then for everybody who loves all these things, right? Everything. And then I look back and I be like, numbers too low, man. I mean, like, one of them hit hundreds, the rest of them 30 something, 50 views, whatever, something like that, right? I said, nah, that ain't gonna work. But what I've learned is you gotta really just go really, really extra and put as many videos as you can up in a day. And that's hard to do when you're trying to make sure they're all good videos too, interesting stuff. I always say the only way you gotta know if it's good and you already got subscribers, like if it's interesting to you, it's interesting to somebody. Because your people are there you're the curator of the gallery, and they already like the art show you're showing them. So you just got to keep putting up the work that made you keep riding the horses. Cause like I say, multi-niche content over here. Not no one, ain't no one trick pony. Keep riding all the horses, get the whole carriage with all 20 horses in front of it, and ride, baby, ride, like every day. And each horse represents a different power, a different element. That's why I put up that post today. If you saw it, play one of my favorite house jams. One of my favorites of all time. These are the elements of life. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all see that? These are the elements of life. That's my joint. Oh my gosh, that's my joint. These are the elements of life. Yeah. These are the elements of life. Put that on y'all. And I'm gonna see them numbers go up too. It may not hit the numbers. I haven't looked. It may have hit the numbers. I haven't seen what it did yet. Sometimes I just put it up and walk away. I don't want to know how fast it grows. But I always get shocked when I look back at something 5 minutes later and it's already hundreds. Oh, that's the good stuff right there. That's the good stuff. And most of that lately, it's been a lot of good stuff on comedy because I realize the world is so sad and crazy right now. People want to laugh, man. People are very, very depressed. They may not even know they depressed, but they want to laugh. Like everybody likes to laugh, but I'm talking about they seeking it. They don't care that they don't know what your channel is all the way about and all the different genres, and they don't understand it when they just like, hey man, this channel, whatever this guy found, this made me laugh. This is funny. I'll follow this, and that's how it's been happening lately. Anyway, it's different seasons. Like sometimes, we about to enter that hardcore, like when it's gonna be fishing time for real, because it's right now. If I could be on the lake right now, I would be. Today is perfect. I'm talking about perfect. Somebody somewhere right now catching more crappie than they ever caught in their life. Somebody catching the biggest bass of their life. Somebody catching the giant gar, the big old catfish, something crazy around here, right where I'm at. Pickerel, all them good things to be out here in this water. They out there doing it right now. And I wish I was with them, but today ain't my day. But it's gonna be all right. I think I might have to make some time this weekend. I know I'm gonna have to get. If we could just get the donations and the subscriptions up and get this monetization. I keep telling if y'all want the flavor of what this channel is and what we give you, what you seem to love so much from when I see y'all loving it, all you gotta do is support. You gotta hit the subscribe button if you ain't got the money. You gotta hit the subscribe button if you do have the money. You gotta send the money if you got the money. You gotta donate. Okay, we nonprofit, so you gotta donate. And I will dedicate an episode to you. Do you hear me? Dedicated to you. Like, it makes no sense that I got, what is it called? Got Soul. SOLE, the shoe convention, sneaker convention. As much as y'all be loving my sneaker stuff, golly. I'm like, it must be a lot of kids on that ain't got no money. Because I done the estimates, right? I know the percentage of young folk to be on here, whether they supposed to be on here or not. All right, because I tell y'all all the time, it's a grown folks channel. If you looking, I hope your parents know you looking, and I hope they watching it with you. Okay, because our content we don't make it for kids. If it's stuff that appeals to kids, fine, cool, whatever. But I'm telling you now, like, don't be looking at everything around here. it ain't for you. But I know what y'all do because like I had an example, and I ain't gonna put my my homie on the spot, but that was funny. One of my very good friends, I was on live one day, and I see him pop up in the live, and I'm thinking, I know his avatar, I know his name and stuff. So I'm like, yo, it's so and so, what's up, man? Ah. I'm going crazy because he don't never really be on here like that, So I thought that's different. He's starting to check out YouTube more often. I know he will look, but he don't look regularly. And make sure okay, you going the other way, good. All right, but he don't be looking regular. He'll look every now and then. If I send him something, I know he'll check it out. He might put a like, he might hit a comment, something like that. So I'm talking to him live, and then something just was weird about it because he's not saying nothing back. That's not like him. If I was saying the things I was saying, he was gonna say something, right? So I sent him a text. I said, "Yo, man, I appreciate you being in the live today, man. That was unexpected, bro. That's love, man. That always gets me hyped when my people watching. I know my real ones is watching. I ain't gotta worry about it just being a bunch of people I don't know, or you know, it's just good, for it to be people right?" And he was like, "What? I wasn't." I said, "Oh Lord." I said, "That wasn't you, man." I said, "Man, have you been hacked?" Because he checks, and I sent him a screenshot so he could see, who it was. Because I screenshot it when it was happening because it felt different. And he said, "Oh my gosh." He said, "It's one of my kids more than likely." And it's his youngest boy he thought about. So he cracked me up. Well, I said, "We're going to do that detective work," and he hit me back. And sure enough, he wrote back and said, "Yep, it was him." I said, "The what?" So he got he can get on, how to get on dad's tablet or computer or something and get on YouTube. And this is what be happening, man. This is what I be talking about. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about kids looking. And I know he ain't supposed to be able to see it because everything I do, there's a button you have to push that says, "Is this for kids or not?" And you say no, right? So only an account started by an adult, which to my knowledge, only adults can start channels anyway, even if they started for a child to watch, okay, or do a channel, because I see the kids be having channels too. Oh man, that's weird. That just some stuff ain't for kids, man. I get it. I get it. These kids are different. They smart. They so advanced, but they still kids. I don't give a damn how much they know, how much they think they know. Still kids. Still kids. And emotionally, they can't handle the stuff that be out. Adults can't handle. So I know they can't handle the amount of crazy that is lurking around in these environments. You can't have them just out here unsupervised. I really think YouTube ought to be like literally on some man 20 and up. Like quite frankly, I don't even want to see teenagers on here because they don't know how to act half of them. I ain't saying all of them. Some of them have been raised right and all that, but for the most part, man, please, like 20 something and up. That's it. That's it. Like yeah, you 20, all right, yeah, and then keep an eye on them. And the older folk that's crazy as all hell, no matter how old they are, because these people be out here loony, y'all, for real. So I told him, I said, "Yeah, man, my channel, it ain't for them children." And we just laughed about it because he knew. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Signal. There we go. Make sure I got my signal before I start talking. Yeah, y'all. Look at that. Look at that sky. Cloud, but sun just covering it. As soon as it moves, it blasts off and it get all sunny again. But it's nice and warm and breezy. This is a perfect spring day, like right now. Like, it's crazy. I love it. This is like, my pops just sent me a text talking about, them bass on them coves right now. I said, "Oh, yes, sir. Don't even start, because we ain't ready, but we going to be ready. We're going to start giving y'all that content real soon. Might even happen next week. Who knows? But all we need is for it to not rain and stay like this too long. We're going to have to get out there on them. Gotta go fishing. It's mandatory. A lot of y'all done beat us to it. I see the post I be on, whatchamacallit, on Facebook, the family reunion, I like to call it, because that's where everybody posts all their family type stuff. And there's a couple of pages that I follow for southern fishing and, regional stuff that's more like Georgia. Like this one is just for Georgia I follow. And some other ones in the South, and then other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with America, just all over the world. Because I am a true international angler. So I love to watch stuff from everywhere, all over the world. But when I tell you, I done seen videos of folk pulling up a basket with 100 crappie. I said, good gosh, did you leave any in the lake? Like, and somebody might look at that and literally think that this is gonna make them extinct. Nah, you don't understand. Crappie, man, they breed by the thousands. Like, they ain't going nowhere. That's not one you gotta worry about. Not one you gotta worry about. Now, in terms of them getting huge, that can be a thing where folk be talking about, oh, I'm getting them slabs, all the slang. People talk about a real big crappie. You may not, you can't get to a point where you can exhaust the population where you don't see big ones where you used to. You know, it used to be a certain water that everybody knew, oh, they got big ones. Well, you keep catching them like that, you ain't going to. Some people don't pay no care to the creel. You know, the creels are set up for a reason. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's the word for the limit per species per day, per angler. So if you got 5 people on a boat, each of y'all can only catch but so many of a specific species. Yeah, each of y'all can only catch a specific amount of a certain species. Man, why is my, man, whew, this damn battery is worrying me at this point. Damn phone finna act like it's gonna cut off. It cannot keep a charge. I was at 14, it's trying to go down to 10 now, y'all. I'm gonna have to get off this live. Find me another source of, I gotta get me a charger that really charges fast and solid. Like none of that slow charging nonsense. Like anybody know of one that really, I mean, not no BS, it ain't no mess, but it really works. Not a bunch of hype. Cause I got 2 of these solar joints and they slow as hell. They don't charge fast, and only one of them holds a lot of power. I will say that it does hold a lot, but you got to charge it at home. You can't reach. You set it in the sun for hours, it does not. You'll see the same block blinking. It just be blinking like it's still charging, blinking, blinking, blinking. I'm like, what's the point of this? I thought it was supposed to be a solar charger. All you gotta do is have it in direct sunlight, and it'll heat up. It'll be all right. Nope. Is this me? Because I'm ready. Yeah, I think so. No, that's not it. Okay. Thought that was my order. Let's see, what's it doing now? Let me see if it's going up at all. Can't even see in the light. No, it's the same. It's the same. It's annoying. Let's see. It's like it reacts every time I hook it up, but okay, now it's supposed to be charging. So you gotta wait till you see that little lightning bolt and it stays steady, because it is. Anyway, we're gonna get it right, y'all. We're gonna get it right. But like I say, it's time to hit that water. Today would be a perfect day to have been fishing. I would have been out there for 6 hours, no less. 4 to 6 is the mandatory dose. Sometimes I go for 8. Yeah, if I got something good to eat and they biting for real, we can go for 10. For real though. It's that type of time. What we all been waiting for. Y'all hear that breeze? That is wonderful. Let it kiss the top of your forehead, you know what I'm saying? Let it shine, let it shine. No particular topic, I'm just thinking of stuff. This ain't one where I had a prep topics or anything. I'm just shooting the breeze, waiting on an order, y'all. But I am gonna do when I get home if I can get that to load. It's been a lot of technical stuff difficulties lately. Like I'm gonna get into all my business, but I'll just say like one thing that got on my nerves that I noticed. I got Paramount Plus, so I can. I mean, I didn't get it paying. I don't have to pay for it. I get it as a perk to doing the type of courier work I do. They got the little connection to Wally World's app and everything, so I get that from how many orders I do. So I've been watching. That's how I started watching all the Star Trek and catching up on the old ones, but watching the new one, Starfleet Academy, and I haven't seen episode 7, even though I saw it was available on the app. Like it came up, but every time I press the button on the episode to get it going, it's just spinning. It's just spinning. And eventually it says the little error message, there's a problem with the app, please check back later or something. I'm like, man, good gosh, what the hell? But maybe it was meant to be that I didn't start watching it earlier today, because I probably wouldn't be out here right now. I'd probably be making a review of it instead of doing this work to make sure I got something coming in. You know, this is the slow growth over here. I got to do the definite. I can't be messing around with, I hope I get paid today. I have to get paid every day. So, it is what it is. Did what I did. But when I get home, I am going to watch that new app. I mean, it should load by then, because I saw that happen to me before. But before, it wouldn't even, the app itself was having issues. Like, it wouldn't even open, it wouldn't even have the episode. Like, it was Thursday. There's supposed to be new episodes every Thursday. You wouldn't even see the episode. So I said, damn. And that was like in the wee hours of the morning, like 12:15 a.m. Like at 12, it's supposed to drop. And it wasn't on there. So I said, oh, hell no. So waited till the morning. And this was episode 6 what happened. Waited till the morning, come back, it's available. I said, and it played. Okay, all right, y'all just got issues with this app. And I laughed because when I looked up reasons on AIs, Google searches, hey, what do you think could be the reason this happened? Could be a lot of people on the app at one time. Could be a lot of people wanting to see that same thing. I fell out about that because I thought about all these people talking about they hate the show, don't like the show, don't think the show is worth watching. Well, why the hell it don't load then? Because y'all watching it. They jamming it up. They like it. Even if they hate it, they watching it. Like, people are pathetic. They just like to say something. Just be talking. Like, why you so negative, man? If you like it, even if the worst kind of hater is the hater that will watch it just to hate. Damn. And that's what they doing, some of them. And then the rest of them are genuine fans like myself who, I'm giving it a chance. It ain't perfect, but it's not bad either. It's like, I think it's got a lot, I keep saying it, I still say it's got a lot of potential. And I think it's going to only, if this episode is as good as 6, and when I read it did have a picture of a scene, and it described what's going on. It said something about the cadets go back home and meet their families and have to make decisions about their status in the academy, because I guess some people their folks might not want them to be in Starfleet, other ones are proud of them, all the different variety of of what could be happening with the characters. So I said, okay, this is gonna be a real thinking episode. I'm like, all right, but I hope there's some action. There better be like some battle training or something, because if they don't keep the action going, I will say I do think that's going to be that has been the biggest handicap, that it has great action when it does have action, but it doesn't have it per episode, and it needs it per episode. Every episode needs to have something. I don't care if it's, I still waiting on seeing my Jim Hadar trainer, like the drill sergeant. I love that character. I want to see her. I've seen her barking at them and doing that kind of stuff and telling them off, drill sergeant style. That's okay, whatever. That ain't nothing. I want to see show them why you're a badass. Like, we know you're supposed to be the one who can teach them to be a badass. I want to see her flipping and swinging a batleth and, cutting through some metal stuff and ripping up some decoy robots or something. Something. We need that. That show needs that. This is what I would do if I was writing. I'd have all that stuff up in there. You can't, it's the show me state with everything. So you got to let fools know what they looking at. Otherwise, they don't respect it, They don't think it's lethal. So, you got to show them the guns and blow something up. And then they be like, oh okay. Damn, she is. But yeah, goofy. You sit around talking about who's bad and ain't never done none of this stuff in real life. So you got to make a character believable to the couch potato want to be badass that don't have no clue about what it takes to even move fast, let alone live in a survival and reaction state of mind. So yeah, I just need them to do that. We'll see. I ain't gonna talk about it till I see it because I have no idea what's in it. But I look forward to watching that episode 7. I will say that somebody I respect their opinion very, very, very highly, as someone who would, look at things and analyze them and give reviews and stuff. They said they were pretty much like me. They had a lot of certain criticisms about the first 5 episodes, but when they saw 6, they kind of retract some of their statements and feel like there's hope. And I thought, okay, now if that person is saying what I'm saying, pretty much the same thing, because I even said the first episode was kind of half and half. Like, it was strong enough in the beginning that it made up for everything else about it that didn't work for me. So more or less, I still count 1 and 5 as being worthy of high consideration. And even some things that happen in 2, 3, and 4, there are things and specific moments that happened that were cool as hell and stuff that I liked about it. But overall, I'd say 2, 3, and 4 and half of episode 1 really struggled. So right now it's almost like it's 3-2 on the score, but that don't mean they done lost. This shit, you got more episodes. Come on, let's see what's up. But not even 3-2. It's almost more like 3.5 to 2. And they are so slow today on this whole. I keep looking back trying to see if my order done came yet. Just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. What's up to my one person said hi. I just noticed I couldn't see it with the sun glaring across the phone. But how you do? Yeah, so I'm gonna do a review of that latest Star Trek. That's one thing. Then I gotta do a review of that Mandalorian and Grogu and Mandalorian big trailer that came out. Like, just when you thought the Super Bowl was the one, because it was that little short thing. They were just teasing us with that Super Bowl jump, but when they dropped this new one about a day ago, that was that hype. I haven't even really watched it. I watched it on my phone. That ain't enough. I don't never consider that the official viewing. I had to get home, see it in front of a TV, man, where I can really appreciate that thing. So I'm looking forward to that and doing a couple of thoughts on that and what I think about it, because it already looked cool as hell.